Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of TCG Pocket No EX Challenge. Today's video, we will be versing the War Turtle deck. Beforehand, I already made a deck for this battle. Basically, this deck is a fast aggro deck that mainly comprises of electric Pokemon. Healingless could do up to 80 damage if we flip a coin and it lands a heads. We also have the Substriker line where it does 30 damage to either the bench or the active Pokemon. And we have Farfetch. It deals a remarkable 40 damage for just 1 energy. So as for our trainers, so the main one is Giovanni. It allows us to do 10 plus more damage to the opponent's active Pokemon, so we could KO them faster. And we also have 2 copies of Sabrina, where since we could have an option where we could land damage to the bench Pokemon using Substriker, we could then use Sabrina to maybe bring it out. Yeah, depending on what the bench Pokemon there are and if the AI wants to take it out. So yeah, we could have more cleaner KOs with this card. As for the other trainers, yeah, we got the regular Professor's Research that allows us to draw 2 cards, Pokeballs that allows us to put a random basic into my hands, some healing with the potions, and we have 1 XP to help us conserve some energy when we want to retreat. So let's get started with this battle. Alright, I'm going first. Just getting things set up. What should I bring up? Maybe a Blitzel and Helioptile on the bench. And let's start battle. Oh, they put Pidgey up? Ah, nice. So we have an advantage, but we can't attack since we go first and we don't have energy to put on. Pidgey does 10 damage to our Blitzel. We could hit it back with 40 damage since Pidgey is weak to electric. We also have Giovanni to do the KO, but I don't think we're about that. Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't have KO if we use Giovanni, so just save it for later. Alright, we got a potion. Let's heal up Blitzel. Let's put energy to Helioptile. And let's Sap Kick again for 40 more damage. And Rattata comes up. And it's gonna hit me with its null attack for 20. For us, less Pokeball so we could thin our deck, and hopefully we could bring out another like heal list to help do more damage. What should I do in this case? I don't think any of them would deal 40 damage back to me. So let's just put another energy on this Blitzel. And let's go attack. I'm going Giovanni actually. Yeah, just make sure it does a good amount of damage that my other Pokemon could hit it back. And KO it if they have a potion. Yeah, let's retreat back into this Blitzel. I'm gonna put an energy on this here tile. And let's attack. Zap kick again, KOing the Rattata and earning us our second point. And they bring out a Magikarp. I don't think they have Gyarados in this deck. It'd be really crazy if they do. Does 10 damage because we're... Oh, now I'm BMing bad manners. Yeah, I didn't need to use the professor's research. I could just attack and deal 30 damage because Magikarp is weak to water. So let's just do that. Yeah. These like beginning missions are very easy to beat, so yeah, it's really no issue at all. And plus we have type advantage as well, so it does 20 more damage. So it's easy to beat. Yeah, let's just continue on and play against this Heal deck. I'm just very curious what they have. Pikachu, Magnemite, Blitzel. Wow, a lot of these decks is full of like all Pokemon and this Pokeballs to get the basic Pokemon into the hand. There isn't really any trainer cards to help them support. So yeah, I don't think these missions are very hard at all. But yeah, let's just keep playing. Alright, we got Blitzel and a Substriker in our hands. That's awesome. We could evolve for the first time in this video. So let's put down Farfetch. I'm not gonna yeah, I don't need to XP in this turn. Let's just end turn and see what happens. Benchino, Blissel, so Duo, they put those in the bench. Wow, Time Roll does a good deal of damage. Ooh. Let's Substriker, let's put here up tile. Let's put energy to Substriker. Let's potion. And let's attack the Dynamo. Now they had to build something up with just one energy. All of them have 60 HP. You know, I'm gonna put energy on Helioptile because I might get Healers in the next draw. But let's attack the Minccino because that's the dangerous Pokemon they have on the field right now. Another Helioptile. Our Substriker is getting low, but it could handle one more attack before I'll retreat using X speed. So let's put this lightning energy on Farfetch. Let's attack Minccino, KOing it and securing our second point. Here comes Magnemite. And that's 20 damage. Let's X speed Substriker into Heliolisk, into Helioptile, then evolve to Heliolisk. One thing I should have done is maybe retreated Substriker a bit earlier in terms of not having it in 20 HP, because if that Blissel evolved to Substriker, it could have done 30 damage and KO my Substriker. But yeah, but maybe it's already too late because I may KO this Magnemite with Heliolisk attack power if I flip heads and do 80 damage. So let's get going. And we got lucky and it does a massive 80 damage. Bam. We won. Yeah, let's just keep going with this deck and maybe we could beat these beginner step-up battles by the end of this episode. So Blitzel, we got Woobat. Let's for us, we want to get our basics out from the start, so let's Professor's Research first to thin our deck, and maybe we could get basics. Let's Pokeball to get our basics. Let's put down Farfetch and Blitzel. And let's end our turn. Wow, a lot of our matches so far today we have gone first. Yeah, going first is not that great because you can't put any energy and attack. Wow. Let's Professor's Research. Another Helioptile. We can't evolve this turn, even though we have some. Oh, we could evolve, my bad. So let's evolve and attack Woobat with 30 damage. We got Helioptile. Let's put energy onto it. And let's just attack again for 30 more damage against the Woobats. Abra comes in, it doesn't have any attack, but it can teleport back into bench, switching his teammate in routes. So for us, let's evolve our Helioptile to Healerless. Put energy and let's retreat. Yeah, let's hope for the best and hit heads and do 80 damage, which we do, and KOing the routes, securing our second point again. And is putting up Abra, which will teleport with one of its Pokemon. Drowsy does this respectable 30 damage to me. If Healerless doesn't hit heads and does 40 damage to it. Yeah, let's put one energy to Substrike. Yeah, this is attack. Yeah, no point on using these trainers really. And we got heads again, so lucky. It's like heads, 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 80 damage, just KOing them so easily. Lock deck. Ooh, this might be a more trickier deck because it's against, it has a lot of fighting Pokemon and we're weak to that because we're electric. So grass deck or a psychic deck would be good for this matchup. We have some advantage against the flying Pokemon in this deck. Yeah. So I think maybe we should just keep playing with this deck. We're getting so much value with Healerless heading heads all the time. But if we lose, let's go back to our water deck that we made in the last video. Farfetch, let's bring him out. Let's get this guy some action because we haven't brought him out for some time. Let's Pokeball to get 1 hour basics, and we got Helioptile. We got first again. Let's just end turn. Diglett does 20 damage to our Farfetch. Yes, we got Giovanni. This is why we use it to KO 50 HP Pokemon with 1 blow using Farfetch. Very aggressive play. Before that, yeah, let's not evolve this turn because we don't have enough energy to attack if somehow they Sabrina me, but they don't have Sabrina, so yeah, I could just evolve that turn, yeah. Yeah, with these beginner battles, they allow us to check their decks. Oh, oops. No, I should have X speed. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh gosh. Yeah, I just wasted this XP, but it's okay. Let's just potion onto this Farfetch. Yeah, I got distracted at first. Let's just attack. Does 40 damage to Rattata, one hit KOing it, securing our second point again. Yeah, now Healness is safe to come in and do damage because now with my turn I could put an electric energy to it. So let's retreat Farfetch into Healness and let's attack and hope for another head. Oh, our first tails. Alright, our luck had to end. So Sashi would do 30 damage because we're weak to fighting type. Let's go Professor's Research. Yeah. With KO, even if we don't land heads, because it does a guaranteed 40 damage. So yeah, let's drop it and finish it off. And 40 damage against Sandshrew. And we got our third point. Nidorino and Nidorina deck. What's in this? Ekans, Subats, Grimer, Coffin, Nidorino. Poison gas will be a bit annoying. Yes, since it poisons our Pokemon, which does 10 damage at the end of each turn until we retreat that Pokemon and that poison effect wears off. Yeah, let's just keep playing with our electric deck. I don't see an issue with why not playing this deck. Healness against a Wooloo. It needs 2 energy to attack us, which is not great for just 30 damage. Let's Professor's Research to thin our deck. Okay, we got our Blitzos. Let's Pokeball. We got basically most of our basics out. Yeah, let's just keep that space open and tail whack them for 20 damage against Wooloo. It can't attack because it needs 1 more energy, but we probably KO them. And let's attack. Heads. Does 80 damage. Now they have to build up a new Pokemon. They attack me back with 20 damage. 40, 60. Let's put an energy to Farfetch. Yeah, let's hope for the best and attack again. We got easy with 80 HP. we got heads and deal 80 HP to the Ekans. And KOing it. Zubat comes in. We're gonna be doing that guaranteed move where we're gonna be retreating Healers with Farfetch and then using Giovanni to do 10 more extra damage to Zubat, which totals up to 50, and KO Zubat for the final move. Let's keep going. Well, it looks like we finished all the beginner sub battles, so let's call it for the day. This deck was very fun. We got a lot of heads and smash 80 damage to them, KOing them. We also used Farfetch with Giovanni to KO some 50 HP Pokemon. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. So, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.